Hi, it's Ashley, and I'm here today to share a new process video with you for a new layout for Hip Kit Club using the February 2015 Hip Kit and add-on kits. And I am sprinkling a little bit of black color shine on my background paper. I chose the Webster's Pages wood grain paper because I liked the neutral color. I'm going to be working with several embellishments from the My Mind's Eye Jubilee collection, which have a lot of bright colors. So I wanted something neutral for the background to help that stand out. And I'm looking for a contrasting color to back that little beautiful tag on. It's going to be part of my title, Hello Beautiful 9. Our daughter turned 9 on January 30th, so this was just kind of a little birthday photo I took of her at one of the local parks. And I want that to stand out a little bit from the blue cloud on the Hello card. So I'm just going to add that black XO paper behind the beautiful tag. And I'm going to put it aside once I have it on there because I'm going to add some stitching around my page, and I want that to have some pop dots behind it just to give it a little more dimension to go along with that title. Since the 9 and the Hello card are both going to be flat on the page, I wanted that to pop up just a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get my photo and my title all in place because I'm going to be adding a lot of those little pieces from the My Mind's Eye mixed bag around the layout in a circular pattern to go along with that paper. This is one of those papers that just kind of immediately gives you a page design when you look at it, and that's exactly what I wanted to do, was add those embellishments around in a circle and then go back and add some messy stitch circles around my page. So I'm just getting that title on there, and I chose some of the shapes and die cuts that I wanted to use from the mixed bag. So I'm just looking through those and seeing how I want to arrange them around in that circle. And so I'm just going to put a few of them in place and get those on there just to show you the direction that I'm going. And I'm just adding a teeny bit of my Zig pen glue on the backs of those because it will be stitched to the page, so they won't be falling off or anything once I have that stitching through there. So I'm just adding the different shapes. There's some little triangle shapes, arrow shapes, several flowers, and just some little circles that have a lot of different patterns and colors. And I really like the look of those against the wood grain color. Those bright colors really pop off the page. So I finished up getting that first row on the outside, and so now I'm going to use my sewing machine and just do those messy circles around my page. I like the look of the white thread on this, so I stuck with the white. And I just went around 3 times just to add some texture to that layer there and make sure all of that was attached to the page. And I wanted to make sure I got at least one thread going through each one of the embellishments. So I don't know if you could really call those circles. They're kind of maybe wonky ovals or something like that. So I'm just getting that second round of stitching going. And normally for my title I usually like to use stickers or letter stickers or something like that, but the Hello 9, the Hello Beautiful 9 just worked out perfectly with those pieces from the mixed bag, so I decided to go with that. And now I'm working with some of the rub-ons from the My Mind's Eye Jubilee, and I'm picking out a flare button that I want to add right there to the center. And I kind of wanted the rub-on to overlap my photo, and I just screwed up right there and messed up my rub-on. I've been having trouble with my rub-ons a lot lately, so it won't matter though because I'm going to cover it up later. And I'm just trying to get that on. It didn't want to adhere very well on my photo, but I kept working with it and got it to stick. So I'm just pulling a little bit of that up at a time to make sure it's sticking to the page, and I got it all on there finally. And so I'm going to add that flare button right there to the center of the wood grain. That kind of works perfectly to have that circle embellishment right there in the center. And so now I'm completing the title part since I have my stitching, and just adding the beautiful tag right there. So I like that just clustered right there by my photo to have my title and photo together. So now I'm just using one of those little tabs also that was in the mixed bag pack, and I'm just going to put the date, and I use my Shamil date stamp, which I have done backwards before because it has the day in front of the month, and so I've gotten it backwards and had to go back and redo that before. I got to make sure I had it right this time. And there's some very pretty Heidi Swap washi tape included in the kit, so I wanted to add a little bit of that floral just to mix in with those colors from the My Mind's Eye Jubilee embellishment. So I just added a little bit of that floral up there by my tag and also down at the bottom of my photo. And I cut off the black and white diagonal stripes, which I save and use that a little bit later on the page, so that way I didn't have to waste it. And so I'm looking through the Embellishing wood veneers. I wanted to use a couple of those since I had so many flat embellishments on my page. Using all those pieces from the mixed bag, I wanted something to add a little more texture and dimension. So the wood grain, the wood veneers and the flare button kind of worked perfectly for that, just to get a little bit more on my layout. So I liked that little arrow and having it point from the hearts to the photo. And I want to add just a little bit more embellishing around the circle, so I grabbed some of those My Mind's Eye enamel dots that are also from the Jubilee collection, and I just went ahead and put some of those around the circle too. And I felt like I needed a little something else under my photo, so I'm going to try again with the rub-on. This one worked a little bit better. The arrow didn't give me that much trouble, so I'm just adding it right below the picture just to have another different element there under the photo. I do have a thing about layering and clustering around my pictures. That's kind of my thing, I guess. I like to have it where it draws your eye to the photo. And so now I've decided that I don't want to have just the outside edge with the little bits. I want to have some on the inside too. So I'm going to go back through the mixed bag and pick out some more of those shapes just to put around that center part and get some more of those laid out. And once I get those in place, I am going to go back and stitch on those too, just to keep that look going on the layout. So I'm just getting those to go all the way around up into where the flare button is. And now I'm just going to finish up a few things on the page, and I'd love for you to visit my blog, ashleyhortondesigns.com. Coming up, you'll see the finished layout. You can also visit the Hip Kit Club blog to see the February kit in action, and also visit the website to see the full kit and all of the add-on kits. Thanks for joining me today.